So let's start with the first one, which is the squash and stretch. Squash and stretch is a principle where animated objects get flatter or longer, as you can see here, and this emphasizes their speed, momentum, weight, and mass. In this example, we have 3 different balls. As you can see, this one is clearly a water balloon because there is too much squash and stretch on it. And this one can be a plastic ball. This one can be a ping pong ball. There is something you should take care of it when you are adding squash and stretch to an object. Make sure that the overall volume remains the same. For example, here we have this shape 100 by 100. If you want to stretch it like this, I stretch it, but I keep the volume the same. I made this 30. I took around 60 from it, but I add 60 to this one. I made it 160. So the volume of the circle remains the same. And here, the same thing. I made this 160 and this one 30. The second principle is anticipation. This is when an object prepares for an action to give the audience anticipation what is going to happen next. For example, here you have 2 balls. One is with anticipation and the other one is without. This one is without. Let's disable the first one. As you can see, the animation just starts like without any anticipation. And you can use this in motion graphic as well, but in some places you may need anticipation as well. Here we have the anticipation. The ball goes back and then goes forward like this. Now we give an anticipation that the ball is preparing to move to the right side like this. This is more used in animations, I mean character animation and stuff, but it is also useful in motion graphic. The third principle is staging. This is when you want to present an idea and make sure that it's clear and unmistakably understood by the audience. And it's a very broad principle. It can be applied to the timing, acting, and also the camera angle and the composition. This is one of the principles that is crucial for the motion graphics. This one is a good example of staging. But this one is a bad one. Why? Let me tell you. This one has a right timing, everything comes on its time, and right position, and the camera angle is alright. So you have this ball coming, and then this one comes up, then the logo, and at the end your slogan or any text that you want. But now we have a bad staging. Why? Because things come up not in their time and their position is not right. The whole idea of staging is having right timing, right composition, and right position and camera angles. The next principle is follow-through. It's also called overlapping action. So what is this? It's when an object moves, different part of that object moves in different times. Now we have the main object and we have the part of the main object. They are dragging behind the main object, just like this. And they are moving in different times, just like this. In this project of B. Grandinetti, they use the follow-through in different places. As you can see here, we have it. When she moves back, this is the main action, which is she moves back. And the secondary action, the follow-through action, is the ponytail movement. As you can see here. And also at the end, in the title, we have this planet. This is main action and this is the secondary action. Next principle is slow in and slow out. This is basically ease in and ease out in After Effects. As you can see here in this example, we have slow in and slow out, and in this one we don't have anything. And this type of animation is very rare in real life, like you don't see anything like this in real life. That's why when you're playing with animation, it's always good to give ease in or ease out to your animation. This looks much better. This applies to animation and also the motion graphics. The last principle that we are going to cover in this lesson is arc. Most of the things in real life, they move in the circular path, which is the arc, and very few are moving like the robotic mechanical movement. So here we have the very mechanical movement. It's very unnatural and not pleasing to the eyes. But if you check this one, we give an off to our animation. It looks much better and much more natural.